Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel, and in today's video I will show you how to fail at covering a cake dummy in fondant, okay? So right now I'm just showing y'all everything you need, and it will be in the description box below. I usually cover my cake dummies in shortening to adhere the fondant. So that's what you see me doing now. And I am rolling out this fondant to 1/8 of an inch. Typically, I roll my fondant to 1/8 of an inch. I am using the fondant that I reviewed from Dollar General. So I'm rolling it out, which take a lot of arm muscle. And when you place the fondant on the cake dummy, make sure you adhere the top and the very edges so it won't pull. Unfortunately, this did, so I had to start over. Right now, I'm just showing y'all what the fondant looked like when I roll it out. So I had to scratch it and try it one more time because it would not stick. So now I'm just using a little water to try to get the fondant to stick to the cake dummy, which I really had a difficult time with this fondant. This fondant is not good to use, okay? Like, it tastes better than other brands, but actually using it to cover a cake, I suggest not, because no. Like, anytime I pressed in it, you see my whole handprint in it. And I'm talking about not just the handprint. I'm talking about every little detail of my hand at the top. So I had to use a Fondant Smoother just so I can keep from putting my whole handprint at the top. Like, don't nobody want to see a handprint on their cake. So that's the one thing I did hate. And when I rolled it out again, I rolled it thicker to try to prevent it from tearing at the top, and it still tore. I had the worst time. It took me so long to cover this cake, and it usually don't take me a long time to cover a cake. Well, this is a cake dummy, but anyway, the same thing. It does not take me a long time to cover a cake, and this fondant is just horrible to use to cover a cake. Now, you could probably use it to like make strips or cut out stuff with, but other than that, it's so soft. I think in my review, that's one thing that I said that would be a problem by it being so soft. And I see now this was the biggest issue. So I smoothed the fondant out as best I could, being that this fondant was so soft, and tried to get all the little dents and fingerprints out. Ten hours later, now we have a somewhat smooth fondant cake dummy. Now, I found my luster dust, my yellow luster dust that I was telling y'all about in my last video, which was my Amazon haul. Y'all, it is so gorgeous. But anyway, I added that to one of the little bottles with some pure alcohol, not rubbing alcohol, drinking alcohol, 95% drinking alcohol. And I put like a teaspoon of, or probably a little less, teaspoon of the luster dust, and then I put 10 milliliters of the alcohol. Now, I took the tube off and just sprayed it with just regular air just to try to go ahead and dry it up. Now, I did just one side, and you can see that is yellow. Now, if I was just spraying the cake just with this luster dust, then I would have tinted the fondant yellow, but I didn't, because I mean, this was just a video on how I'm using the products and somewhat covering a cake dummy with fondant. So the other side, I did the exact same thing, but instead of alcohol, I used water, and it did not go on as good. So when I use it again, I will make sure I use like a teaspoon of the luster dust with 10 milliliters of the alcohol. So this first section you see, this was used with alcohol, and you see how smooth it went on. Now the next section, I used the water, and you will see a lot of water droplets and running, and it just did not go on as good. So be sure to use alcohol. If you like this video, give me a thumbs up. Click the subscribe button at the bottom. It's red, you can't miss it. Also click the notification bell so you will not miss any other upload. And I'll see y'all in the next video. See y'all.